Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress with number 115 in the series Viewers Games, and also a new move in the legendary game Rick against the Chess to Impress viewers. Things are heating up nicely in that game. But first we're going to have a look at the viewers game. It is the turn of Rahul. By the way, if you would like your game to be analyzed on Chess to Impress, you can send it to me by email to classroomchess64@gmail.com. As mentioned, it is the turn of Rahul, and when I sent Rahul an email to tell him that it was his turn, he said, "Hello Rick, yes of course I would like to see you analyze my game. Actually I have played many good games, but I don't have the PGN notation for those games. But I had sent you 2 games out of which you can select yourself which you think worth analysis. Your channel is great, keep up the good work, and sorry for the late reply," said Rahul. And Rahul sent me 2 games indeed, a Blitz game and a Bullet game, and normally I would pick the Blitz game. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to analyze a Bullet game, but I changed my mind as this Bullet game was quite entertaining. And I hope you think so too. It was a 1-minute Bullet game with no increment, no time to think at all, but still it produced quite a nice game. Rahul was black in this game, so let's look at the game from the black side. It was played on Lichess, and the white player went under the name of Reza3136 with a rating of 2060, the bullet rating that is, and Rahul had a rating of 1920, so was outrated by 140 points, and he had the black pieces. Both players 1 minute on the clock, and white opened with the b-pawn, b4. h6 is a very strange reply, but it can be played against any move. You can pre-move your first move, and that is very handy in bullet. a3, probably also a move that was pre-moved, can be played against any black reply, protecting the b4 pawn. e6 for Rahul, bishop b2, d5, e3 and knight f6. Yes, also in bullet you have to develop your pieces. c4, bishop e7 and white took in the center. Objectively, e takes d5 is now the best move, but objectively is not a word that should be used in a 1-minute bullet game. Rahul took with the queen. Knight c3, kicking the queen, queen dropped back to d6, knight f3 developing, and knight c6. Now white decided to kick the queen again with knight b5, and Rahul dropped his queen back to where she came from. Bishop e2, a6 kicking that knight back, knight b to d4, knight is nicely centralized there, and here bishop d7 is the best move with the idea of knight takes d4, and then later maybe that bishop can go to the knight square on c6. But after knight bd4, Rahul decided not to take, but played the queen again. Queen d6, another queen move. 4 queen moves in the first 11 moves for black, but again it doesn't really matter. It is a bullet game, and the queen, she's looking at all areas on the board from d6. Rahul has already a kingside attack in mind if white decides to castle that way. Here knight takes c6 is the best move according to the engine, then queen takes and rook c1 with another tempo on black's queen. But white decided to castle. Bishop d7, now rook c1, and here castling is the best move according to the engine, but Rahul plays rook g8, and yes, he's going to attack white's king, now that white has decided to put the king there on the king side. Bishop c4, good move. Now Rahul decides to take on d4, knight takes, and g5 played after 1 second, going ahead on the king side. Rook e1 is a very sensible move here, with an option of bringing the bishop back to f1 for defense if needed. But after 4 seconds, white decided to play the knight back to f3. White is still okay, but knight f3 is not a very good move. Because now g4 comes, hitting that knight again, and here we see white's idea. Knight e5 is still possible, and white is slightly better, but what white had planned here is bishop e5. Looks good. Counter-attacking black's queen. But it is a blunder. It is a bad move. And Rahul found the refutation. He is going to sacrifice his queen. It took him only 4 seconds to find G takes f3! Exclamation mark. Very nice move. A winning move. White has to take the queen, otherwise he's just a piece down. And rook takes g2 check. King h1 and bishop takes d6. Black has 2 pieces for the queen and is totally winning. His bishops are monsters. White took on f3. Rook takes h2 check. King g1 only move. And now Rahul makes a mistake. King e7 had to be played here, as now bishop c6 and rook h1 checkmate are huge threats. Also, the other rook is going to swing over to the king side. King e7 is the winning move. But in this position, Rahul thought he had bishop c6 straight away, and he played it. And now White thought for an eternity. He took 13 seconds for his next move. He did not find anything better than queen takes c6 check, giving back the queen, but as we'll see, he's then just a piece down. White could have saved this game with a computer move. Bishop c4 to b5. Yes, that is a real computer move. Impossible for a human to find, unless you have lots of time on the clock and someone tells you there's a saving move in the position. Even then it's very difficult to find. The point is that this bishop is now pinned. And also the rook is attacking the bishop. So black cannot take the queen on f3 because it's pinned. A takes b5 would be a logical move, but then rook takes c6. And after b takes c6 there's queen takes c6 check, and white is now going to win this game of chess. What a resource. Bishop c4 to b5, pinning the bishop. But as mentioned, impossible to find for a human being, especially in a bullet game. Queen takes c6 check was played after 13 seconds. Rahul took the queen, and black is now a piece up, and the white king is still stuck in a mating net. Bishop e2 was played, king e7, making room for the other rook. All pieces want to be at the party. Bishop f3, white probably thought that he is now covering the g2 square, but he has walked into a mate in 2, and that's not very difficult. Rook g8 check, bishop g2 only legal move, and this is a very pretty picture. Checkmate with the 2 rooks on g2 and h2, very nice. Thank you very much, Rahul, for sending me this game. It was a very good game, very impressive how you conducted this attack, playing all moves instantly and defeating your higher rated opponent. As I said, I don't really like to analyze bullet games as they do not make much sense, but this one did. I thought it was a very entertaining game, and I hope you, viewers from the Chess to Impress channel, agree with me. And now let's go to our game, Rick with white against the Chess to Impress viewers with black. I played last Sunday the knight from d2 to c4, and let's see what you came up with. What move did you suggest in the 3 videos from last week? 18 votes, and half of those 18 were knight d7 to e5. 3 people wanted to play queen to d8, but that drops a pawn. I'll show you that in a minute. Rook a7 was voted for once, as was rook f8, bishop d4, bishop b7, queen f8, and bishop takes c3. The winner by an overwhelming majority is knight d7 to e5, and that is your 21st move. As mentioned, 3 viewers wanted to play queen e7 to d8 to take the knight b6 jump out of the position. But that drops the d6 pawn. Knight takes d6 is now possible. That is a very important pawn for black, and this is a very, very good position for white. As mentioned, knight e5 was voted for 9 times, and that is your move. And I've been thinking about this position for a long time. I wanted to play knight b6 first, hitting your rook, but then knight takes d3, something I looked at, and if I then take the rook, then there is knight b4, forking my queen and rook, and this all gets very messy, very complicated, and I was not very happy with it. Also after knight b6, I thought you can just play rook a7, and do I really want to take on c8? Yes, I will win the bishop pair that way, but I'm taking a piece that has not moved at all yet in the game, and my knight has made many moves, and I was not completely happy with that either. So in the end I dropped the knight b6 idea, and I decided just to take that strong knight on e5, which is threatening to take my bishop on d3. My move is knight c4 takes e5, and I'm curious how you will recapture. So it is your move now, move 22. How are you going to recapture that piece, or is there maybe another move you want to make? You can take part in this game by putting your 20-second move for black in the comment section underneath this video. By doing so, you will be part of this very exciting game, but you will also be in the raffle. At the end of the game, I will raffle a chess book amongst the viewers who have taken part in this game. I'm looking forward to seeing your move in the comment section. And I hope you liked this video, Rahul's bullet game with that sizzling kingside attack. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the Chess to Impress channel, and please leave a comment. I will read them all and I will reply to them all. If you like this series, the Viewers Game series, then please share it on social media. The link to the series, to the playlist, is in the description box of this video. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. This is Rick for Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.